Happy Halloween weekend. Halloween is just around the corner coming up this Monday, and I have all you need to know as we head towards the best holiday of the fall. Taking a look at what to expect for Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley as we head into the rest of this weekend. Kind of have a bit of a roller coaster in terms of conditions of what we can expect for the rest of this weekend. Temperatures are going to be nice. We're going to be in the 60s and then into the 70s for highs for the next 4 days, but we do have some rain chances as we get into Saturday, mainly in the morning and through the middle of the day. But as we get into Sunday, things are going to clear out, not only in terms of rain, but also the cloud coverage. As we get into Monday, a really beautiful conditions are on the way. Taking a look across the country as we get into Halloween Day itself, October 31st, most of the central United States is really going to have a beautiful day ahead of themselves. Even in the northern half of the United States, really warm conditions are going to make the evening hours of trick-or-treating, getting into Halloween, really nice. Just a few areas to expect some rain. As we get into the Pacific Northwest, there's some rain chances there as well, but most of the East Coast are going to be tracking this cold front along with this low pressure system push off to the north, so a little bit of dreary day and start to Halloween for much of the East Coast. But for the southern central United States, really beautiful conditions, average temperatures and sunny skies for much of the southern United States. And for us here in Arkansas and Oklahoma, we really are going to have a beautiful Halloween to expect as we move forward. For that trick-or-treating forecast, those temperatures for Monday evening are going to be in the 60s, where those clouds are really going to be mainly clearing out as we move throughout the rest of the day on Monday. So overnight and in the evening hours, it's going to be mostly clear with those temperatures in the 60s. And that wind is also going to be fairly low, only coming out of the south from a few miles an hour. Really is going to be an ideal, perfect evening for trick-or-treating as we get forward. But what you need to know in terms of when sunset will be around 6:20 across the board in Arkansas and Oklahoma. In Fayetteville, it's going to be at 6:21, and in Fort Smith at 6:23. That is when the sun goes below the horizon, but it won't be completely dark until around 7:45, 7:47 in Fayetteville is when it's going to be completely dark. So if you want to plan accordingly, if you have younger kids, you might want to get out a little bit earlier so you still have some of that daylight when you're heading home. But it's going to be a beautiful evening, and those temperatures are going to be nice outside as well. And we're going to have sunset right around 6:20, so plan for that. And in terms for the moon details, what to expect as we get going for Halloween, you won't have to worry about werewolves this year because we're not going to be anywhere near that full moon. We're going to be in a waxing crescent phase, which means we'll be right before we get halfway full on the moon. So it'll look like halfway most of the evening, but we're actually just going to be a little bit before halfway, and that moonrise is going to be at 2:17 in the afternoon. So most of the evening we're going to expect a nice moon just barely over the horizon, but it'll be lasting most of the overnight hours into early on November 1st. But yet that next full moon is not until November 8th. So that's all you need to know heading into this Halloween weekend and Halloween on Monday, but it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful Halloween coming up.